Here, this is a disc, you can disconnect that at the keystone, so if this isn't gonna be used, that can be removed.
Sure.
And there's one here as well.
Do you know if that's like laptop 1 or 2?
That's one, yeah,
One.
this is two.
Okay.
When you walk in, you press the screen to begin. It'll ask you what source you wanna present. If you choose camera, it'll show the cameras, there's laptop 1, 2, and then there's a room PC.
Okay.
I was told that the room PC is only ever controlled from back there. There is a USB extender here if you ever needed to control from this room, right under that desk.
The room PC is the one that's back
In the rack, it's in the rack.
Yeah. Okay.
So you choose one of those sources. That'll get routed to the boardroom displays. By default, all these will be set to off. So there's an input for the camera, or an output for the camera switcher. So you can bring that into your camera feeds as something you switch to. Then you have the stream/recorder. So if you just want to bypass the feed altogether and just send your laptop to the recorder, or just send the cameras to the recorder, you can do that. And then there's an overflow area. So if you had a presentation, you just want to send it to that room without switching it, you could just have it locked to the source. So if there was like an event and they wanted their laptop playing music and they wanted it in all of these spaces with music overhead in both rooms, that's how you do it. You just select laptop 1, go to overflow area, and then there's the ability to send off to these destinations, and that just turns the display off that it's connected to it. So if you wanted to turn off the boardroom displays, that'll send the off command to turn off.
And you're simply going like this
Yep, that's source, destination.
to that
Yep.
or wherever. Okay.
Yeah, when you choose camera as a source, it does pop up these options for you, so you can trigger camera presets from here
Okay.
and save them. To save, you just press and hold for 5 seconds on one of the presets, and you can move the cameras using this page. I was told that from the room, nobody's ever going to operate these. Most of the time, camera controls are already from back there.
Yeah.
But this is just a convenience thing. If you're in here and you want to switch, let me route the cameras to the displays so you can see them. These are the microphone volume, just overall for the whole room, so all the microphones up or down using these controls, and you'll see a meter pop up showing you your progress. And then you can press mute, and it'll mute all these microphones into the room and to the far end.
Okay.
So that's like a master mute. Here's program volume. This will be the volume of a source, so your laptop or the room PC, that'll be the volume of that.
This microphone,
Yep.
are these microphones?
Those are these microphones, and there's 2 handhelds in that back room.
So if I literally talk into them, I should.
Yep, so this is getting louder, testing 1,
Yep.
2, if you want to keep
Okay.
increasing that or decreasing
Oh,
it.
got it.
It'll decrease that
Okay.
reinforcement. Correct. There is a way to go in here in the advanced settings, so this might be useful for you guys back there. There's like one really loud talker and one really quiet one.
Yeah.
The code is 3308.
3308.
Yep, that brings up this table mic page, so you can go through and kill a table mic altogether. I believe it's 1 through 9 going around the circle this way, clockwise.
Clockwise 1 through 9.
Yeah, and so you can go through and you can adjust the trim for each mic. If there's like a really loud talker or a soft talker that's not coming through enough, you can adjust that. Now, keep in mind that we'll adjust what's going to the speakers too. So if you crank it way too far up, somebody shouts, it could feedback.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, and then that's a scrolling page, so there's more mics. If you go here, then there's the 2 handhelds.
Okay.
But by default, they're all zeroed out, and I set them to a reasonable level, so hopefully you don't even need to use that very often.
Yep.
If you need to, it's there. Last thing is the actual shutdown page. So when you press power off, it'll be more sensitive when this plastic's off of here. I just didn't want a bunch of fingerprints on there for you. So it's going to say, are you sure you want to turn the system off? If you pressed power, left the room, in a minute this will turn off anyways.
Okay.
It is there as a confirmation, just in case you accidentally press the button, you didn't want to shut the system
Right.
off, you're in the middle of a meeting, you can press cancel and it'll be back to where you were.
And this button. Oh,
It's
just
just to actually move the camera, so I
Okay,
can
got
select
it.
the front camera,
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
and it'll ramp. So if you press and hold, so it'll start slow,
Yeah. And
it'll
then,
move faster.
Yep,
it'll
there it is, right there ahead of us.
Zoom across.
okay.
Yep, same thing for Zoom.
Jeez.
There's nothing you should ever actually touch in here except for your recorder, and then the room PC's right here. And this is also your Teradek device.
Yeah.
There's no video preview on it or anything, so you'll have to test that out yourself.
Yeah.
There's a DA that basically feeds, a DA distribution amplifier, so that feeds this recorder, this Teradek, and then that display. So the same, whatever shows up there should be sending the same feed to these two devices.
Okay.
There isn't really a shutdown state
Oh,
for anything. I guess here there's a shutdown state, so if you turn this off, it'll turn the cameras off. So you have to start by turning on the system in order for the cameras to be on.
so this will never get shut off.
Nope, stays on all the time.
This will never get shut off. Okay.
Do not shut it off.
Okay.
So yeah, cameras, if you see all black feeds, it's because the system's not on. Press to begin. We'll choose a random source, laptop 1. Cameras are powering up.
Nice.
And as you see, so this is the stream/recorder set to off right now, but you still see the feed there. So it's going to default to this output regardless,
Okay.
which is probably what you want.
Yep.
And then yeah, we can select a camera. So whatever's previewed is what the joystick will control. So if I preview a live camera, so camera 1's live, if I preview camera 1, then I'm doing a live move.
Yep.
Now I can preview 3, get it prepped on a certain person. Sorry. So each camera has their own speed. So if this is way too fast, you can adjust this speed.
Okay.
And it's specific to each camera, so you gotta adjust this every time depending on what you're doing. Reason
It only
for that
works
is
on
if you
preview.
have
It only works on preview.
correct.
Okay.
That's whichever one you're controlling. The reason for the separate speeds is if you had a camera that was like 100 feet away and then you had a camera that was 10 feet away, you'd want different speeds because
Yeah.
1 foot means a lot more when you're that far zoomed out. So each camera has their own speed, and you can control the zoom speed, the tilt speed, the pan speed separately. So now when we move that camera, now it's a lot more smooth. We can set it up on whoever we want. And then now to cut to that shot, we just move the joystick from one to the other. You can also jump cut just by pressing the camera on the program line, and it'll jump cut there. And then this is also a touch screen, so you can jump cut just by pressing the camera that you want. So 3 ways to skin a cat.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
If we
Yeah.
had laptops and everything, or like, so if we powered up the PC, we should see the PC in here, right?
It'll show up as this program source.
Okay.
One thing you'll notice here, if you hit camera, it doesn't let you route it to the camera switcher because you don't want a loop back situation.
Yep.
So we prevented you from accidentally being able to send that to the camera switcher. That's that destination though. So whatever one of these 3 sources you route to camera switcher will show up in that program source input.
Okay.
You can do picture-in-picture, so you can enable this,
Oh, jeez.
and then you can select what camera you want up in that corner. You could also choose like the program source.
Right.
You hit layout, you can adjust the layout of that, so if you wanted 2 cameras side by side, you can
Wow.
do that there. There's 4 sources.
Same.
You can turn that off there too. So touchscreen's a really handy way of doing that. You have all those options here as well. So if you click picture in picture, you can do all those same things here. So if the touchscreen wasn't working, it's not your only way you can enable that. So now I can enable that, go to layout, and choose the side-by-side view.
That's pretty sweet.
And this is for a laptop or anything?
This is the network connector. Yep.
For an extra.
It just runs right up here.
Yeah.
Microphones are located over there. They turn on as soon as you pull them out of the charger.
Well, that's cool.
Okay.
It'll blink for a few seconds, should turn green. Actually, it might not work because we're so far away from the access point. But it'll once you walk over into the room, it'll connect.
Okay, but I'm gonna go plug this computer in.
The systems are on the same network, but they're not actually linked.
Okay.
They're just a video link between the two.
Yeah.
So you press touch to begin, and then we choose boardroom. Now it'll route that to both projectors. It will turn on and will come down. These projectors are,
Oh,
you can route things separately. So if I wanted just the laptop to go to the right screen and the boardroom to go to the right or the left, you can
Oh, yeah, look at
choose sources and destinations for all those.
That's great. So I could literally do
Laptop.
laptop to left,
Yep.
and then
Boardroom to right. This We Present was a old source that was on the. They haven't determined if they want to remove it yet. I don't know what it was before. It was something called We Present, but it was on the old touch panel. So that's input 5 on the video switcher. There's nothing actually connected to it.
Okay.
So we could hide that, but it was there on the old panel.
Okay. So I wonder if,
So that didn't work. What did you press?
It did. So the boardroom's going to the right screen,
Yep.
and the laptop's going to the left.
and the laptop is,
Send to all. So I believe it's the last source you route is what controls the overhead speakers. So because I selected that boardroom last, now the audio will come through there. So if you talk to
Yep,
a mic
I'll
in
do
that
that.
room, you want to turn off a projector, like if nobody's going to be over there, you can route off to projector left, and
Nice.
it'll turn it off.
And those are all, you can do them separately.
Yep.
One on, one off, whatever.
Correct. And it turns back on just by routing a source to it. So if I choose laptop to the left, it'll turn back on and set the screen down.
Sure.
Program, this is a overall speaker mute. So it'll mute microphones, the far end, all of that by pressing that mute
mutes all these microphones out here too, in there?
into this room.
I did that wrong.
Yeah,
Great.
this is
Yep.
its own room, so
Yep.
you can't control anything from here. This is the volume of just the laptop. So, or whatever your content source is. So if it's the boardroom feed coming in, you can adjust the volume of the boardroom feed coming into this room.
Okay.
So that's the volume for the program source. This is an overall mute. So you mute this, you won't hear mics or
And all this is for this room.
this room.
Cool. Cool.
Yes, you're getting it. One of the sources is from that room, but you can't control anything.
Okay.
This settings page, same password, 3308, enter. You have 3 mics. So it corresponds to the mic numbers that
Okay.
are in there. So I think mic 2 is the only one with batteries right now. But yeah, you can mute those individually if you want, and then adjust the volume. I have them set pretty high right now, and so you can go up from there a little bit and then down quite a ways.
Yeah, okay.
And then same thing for the shutdown. When you press the power button, after a minute it'll turn off, or you can press confirm and it'll shut the whole room off.